this is the area I'm most concerned with. We're now talking about a threat of 80-mile-per-hour winds. This is a very dangerous threat moving right down Highway 20. Very concerning look on this storm as a very classic hook now on radar. It appears to be right along or possibly just south of Highway 346. Dresden is right here. Dresden, you need to make sure you are in your safe place right now. We are looking at areas like Allison over to Butler Center. That is where the storm is heading right now. Great shot there. You can see the big wall cloud there. But notice it's not connected to the ground. Doesn't appear to be a tornado in progress there, but that is very, very concerning. What I do want to pop up here is the gate-to-gate shear. Again, this is the rotation in the storm right now, 86 miles an hour, so it's strengthening again. And again, back live in Independence. We're along the banks of the Wapsipinicon River where we continue to deal with flooding issues. I want to set the scene for you. Right behind me, that's Jack's Restaurant Supply. Yesterday, we watched them take out a lot of their merchandise and supplies, load it onto trucks and move it out, and for very good reason, because the water has definitely enveloped the entire building. And the water has really inundated the entire banks of the river, including Veterans Park, which is across the river. And the water will continue to rise for the next couple of hours, ultimately not cresting until tonight. You can just see the power that the water has right now. That's why we're asking you, please stay out of the water, stay away from the water because it's just so dangerous. Current situation along the Wapsipinicon at Independence. We're at 13.32 feet. Yeah, right now the heaviest of the snow starting to move into our area, including right here in Iowa City. One of those thicker snow bands. You can see the heavy snow falling, visibility getting reduced a little bit. The other issue right now is also the wind. It's starting to pick up upwards of 30 to 35 miles an hour. Let's take a look at that winter storm warning that does continue now through noon tomorrow. It's along and south of Highway 20. Tomorrow will be pretty nice early on in the upper 40s in the late morning, but by the evening commute, we're already down to the mid-20s. So bottom line, what you wear going to work tomorrow may be different than what you'll need when you come home. Those wind gusts could top 20 to 30 miles an hour throughout the afternoon hours. And of course, with that wind, kickers beware in the high school football games. Really no issues for the commute, but after 9 a.m., between 9 a.m. and noon, I think that's when the rain begins to push towards eastern Iowa. And again, it's gonna be heavy rainfall. The reds and oranges will continue throughout the afternoon into the early evening hours as well. You can really see how much the water overtook some of the driveways and roadways, and it's still flooding out some of the creeks out there as well. All that water has to go somewhere. It's going right into the rivers. Right now, things are quiet, warm, and very humid in eastern Iowa. A live look over Cedar Rapids, some hazy skies overhead, and very warm air. We're at 86 degrees. That dew point at 71. That's that heat and humidity, which will fuel likely storms tomorrow. For now, things are very quiet in eastern Iowa. In northern Illinois, meanwhile, there are a host of tornado warnings. But what we're most focused on is what's happening tonight up in the Dakotas. What happens up here will have a big impact on our forecast for tomorrow. Let's talk about those weather headlines for tomorrow. Hot and humid, temperatures soaring back into the 90s, and heat index could be as warm as 105 degrees. Then we're watching those strong storms. Extreme instability may lead to those evening thunderstorms. We know the instability will be in place. It's going to be very hot and humid. The question is, do we get a storm to form in that environment? And right now we do believe that will be the case. We do have that level 3 risk, an enhanced risk for severe weather. That's mainly up here in northeastern and eastern Iowa, but the entire area will be under the risk tomorrow. Main timing appears to be after 5 o'clock tomorrow evening, and the main threat will be damaging wind gusts. I wouldn't be surprised if we do see storms produce wind gusts of 70 to maybe 80 miles an hour, something we have to watch very closely. Most of the day will be quiet. Temperatures will surge back into the low 90s. Again, with the humidity, it'll feel close to 100 to 105 degrees. But after 5 o'clock, that's kind of when the window for severe weather opens. That is when we do expect thunderstorms to form, and they will explode very rapidly given the instability in place. We're watching this warm front. This will help be the focus for thunderstorms tomorrow. Again, those storms I alluded to earlier up in the Dakotas, that will be moving into southern Minnesota very early tomorrow morning. That will put out an outflow boundary. The combination of that warm front, that outflow boundary, and an approaching cold front, that will be the setup for tomorrow. The question is, where exactly do these boundaries set up? That is why confidence isn't extremely high yet. But what we do expect is a combination of those boundaries to likely form showers and thunderstorms again after 5 o'clock tomorrow. Storms will continue to move through eastern Iowa through about 10 o'clock tomorrow night. Then things really begin to calm down. By Wednesday morning, the rain is gone, and we should be dealing with a relatively quiet rest of the week. In terms of confidence, we're calling it moderate confidence for now. The biggest question is, will we get a storm to form? We know there will be extreme instability in place. It's going to be very, very high end. The best case scenario, just a hot, humid, and sunny afternoon with no storms whatsoever. The problem is, though, if a storm does form, it will be severe, and it will be capable of producing widespread damaging wind gusts. The other issue over the next couple of days will be the heat and humidity. Air temperatures right into the low 90s. When you factor in the humidity, it's going to feel near 105 tomorrow, still over 100 degrees on Wednesday. 70 forecast breaks something like this. We're still near 90 through Thursday. The Field of Dreams game looks dry for now, but still hot near 90. We do back off a bit though. Mid 80s by Friday, low 80s we head into the weekend. And that is moving right across the Buchanan and Delaware County lines. But this is of concern right in here, crossing Highway 187. The strongest gust front is likely a little displaced ahead of the rain. It's probably moving right through Dundee right now. It's getting very, very close to the Manchester area as well. So let's go ahead and time this out. Again, the strongest threat for winds is now crossing into Delaware County. We'll put a fan on this. We'll draw it off to the east here for the next, we'll say 20 minutes. Again, this thing is moving east at about 55 to 60 miles per hour. Again, Backbone State Park is at risk, 312 pretty much right now. Manchester by 314, Oneida by 320, Delhi by 323, Earlville by 324. This is a very dangerous storm as it does continue to move off to the east. Then you have that hook echo here on the back side of that storm. Does appear to me that it may be intensifying again. That also looks more intimidating here on the velocity view. Again, we're seeing stronger velocities going away from the radar, which again is to the southwest towards Des Moines. And you do have those greens going towards the radar as well. So a bit of rotation here, very close to Shell Rock. Let's go ahead and get a quick measurement on it. That image does look pretty concerning there from Nathan. So we're going to keep a very close eye on that. If Nathan does have something, feel free to shout and we'll let you talk what you got. But right now, again, you can see the measurement of the rotation there is 72 miles an hour. So that might be, I believe, the strongest we've seen within the last at least half hour. So the storm does appear to be intensifying here. Again, this is approaching Waverly. Waverly is really the next town in progress. Let's take that video full. It kind of appears that might be a tornado in progress. Yep, Nathan, take it away.
That's a tornado.
It's just amazing how fast, you work your butt off and then how fast it's all taken away from you. So, at least most of it anyways.
A powerful thunderstorm Tuesday in northern Benton and Lynn counties produced golf ball-sized hail and wind gusts up to an estimated 60 miles per hour. The combination of wind and hail shredded Brad Zeser's corn and soybean crop in Urbana Tuesday evening. All 80 acres were impacted by the storm. This after dealing with a drought that continues to worsen.
Finally get some rains and things start looking a little better, and then Mother Nature hits us with this blow.
But do you think this can still recover?
We're hoping. We still got a lot of growing season left. Hopefully it will. I'm not sure. I've never actually personally seen damage like this in person.
The hail left a path of destruction from farm fields near Urbana all the way to Walker, about 4 miles to the east. There, residents spent Wednesday cleaning up and assessing the damage.
On the west side of the house, it's pretty much all the siding is junk. It destroyed it. Just kind of have to wait and see what insurance will do.
And it sounded like everybody was hitting golf balls at our house all at the same time. It just repeatedly. I've never heard anything like it.
Oh my God.
While homeowners plan to fix windows, siding, and roofing, all farmers can do is wait and see if the crop will grow back. If not, insurance is the next step. All the while dealing with an ongoing drought, but a few chances for severe weather in the days ahead.
See, it didn't hurt the inside of the plant. So hopefully it'll grow.
Yeah.
We're at the mercy of Mother Nature, and we'll just we'll deal with whatever punches she throws, and that's the way it is.
I'm Weather First meteorologist Nick Stewart, Iowa's News Now.